Welcome back to the Opal Dungeon. We're going to deal with some sand issues. I'm sure you've seen this one. Here it is dry, if you've seen the other video from a couple videos ago. I think that sand spot right there is not going to come out. The rest of this has a chance of coming out, so that right there kills any chance of getting a large stone. What we're going to try and do is see what we can get out of this piece and deal with the sand. We're going to do the same thing with this piece right here that has a sand spot right there that I didn't notice till after I finished it. And then it also had a chip. So we're going to cut this one back a little bit, and we're going to see what we can get out of this one. See what we can do here. And that's it dry. Eugh. As you can see, if we look at it wet, this has got a good enough color that it's well worth the effort here. It's a crystal, so we got to find clean spots where we can cut stones. So the hope is that we'll get a stone right here, this area right here, and another one like right in here. This is our fatal flaw right there that's got no prayer of coming out. There's some of these that might be deep enough that they won't come out, but I think that we're just going to cut this something about like that and try to see what we can get out of those two halves. That's what we're going to do. I keep referencing this UV dopping glue, dopping resin. Let me show you why I use this instead of dopping glue and other things. I put a little drop right here. I put a little drop right here. I put the two together. I hit it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there it's dopped. It's just tacky enough that it's going to hold, but not so hard that it's hard to get it off the dopping stick. So there's that one. That quick. Shame that one had the sand spot and the crack, but right on the edge of the sand spot now. We might be able to roll that out at that point. Should still have about a carat, maybe a little bit more there. Spot is right there on the very edge, and it looks like there's just enough color bar underneath it. We should be able to roll it out. And I think it's gone. That was easy enough. What do we do with these sandy messes? Let's see about getting so you can see here where we split it, just how deep the sand is. There's deeper sand right there. Goes in right there. I'm not sure what we can get out of that one. Let's switch to this one for a second. This one looks much worse. Good night, this is a sandy mess. At least we have color under the sand. Taking in some of the worst sand spots. We're going to try that cushion cut. Is there anything here we can save? That sand is deep. Getting awful thin. I'm making the executive order that we're not going to get that cushion cut without getting it so thin that it won't be worth anything anyway. So what we're going to do is take it in where we still have a decent thickness for the size of the stone. We'll switch to the next wheel for the rest of that. Now we have to deal with this mess. I'm not a fan of teardrops, but I can see the writing on the wall here. Okay, let's switch to the next wheel. Alright. So I had somebody complain in the last video, Keep the camera still, it's making me seasick. I get it. I feel your pain. It makes me seasick too. But I'm doing the best I can. To give you this view right here, I literally have to have one arm on one side of the camera, one arm on the other, and I have to try and focus on cutting the stone and not bumping the camera. Any other view I can give you is not quite as good, but I'm trying and I get it. I'm trying to give you the view that I would like to have. And I watch the videos. I don't get seasick. So I might, if it gets any colder, end up moving this thing into the house somehow. And that happens, then I might do something more permanent as far as camera mounting. Okay, so we still got this. That sand spot right there. We don't want sharp edges on this, so we'll take those off real lightly. We still have that sand right there. Just about out. Just about out. I just don't know if we'll have any color left by the time we get to that point. Just about out. Just, oh, sorry, bumped the camera. Just that littlest bit right there of sand. Okay, we'll take that to the next wheel. Try our teardrop. Look at how deep that sand is right there. Alright, to the guy that said that my rare opals rough was not as good quality as my black lighters, I would have to say, now that we've cut all of the four, I wouldn't argue with you, at least in this one parcel. The promise of what we looked like we would get and what we actually ended up cutting out of that parcel was pretty disappointing. But that's just sort of luck of the draw sometimes. Yeah, that sand ain't coming out right there. See it? Just keeps going. Let's try to go something that might have a happier ending. Sorry. they're either for polishing wheel or the finishing wheel. Sorry. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, why don't we do a summary here. First, let's get this one out of the way. This one wasn't part of the parcel that these ones came from. This was just that other one that had the little sand spot in it. I think we got, I'll go weigh it here, but I think we got at least a carat. I'm going to guess 1.25. Should we check me? 1.25. Ooh, 2 carats. Nice. 1.99. 2 carats. So this one, of course, is the match to this one that came from one stone of black lighters material. I think it's been a minute since I cut it, but this one showed that sand spot and crack. Thankfully, this one didn't, because this one was by far the better piece of it. The ring showed up today that I ordered for this one. Wasn't going to show this, but oh, somewhere here. What did I do with them? That ring right there should fit this stone right here. Should be a good one. Maybe I'll show you that here in a second. But anyway, this set right here, got a nice little, about everything you could want in a stone right there. And we still ended up with right at 2 carats in that one. So, not complaining there. But let's talk about this one. This was, if I'm always trying to just be honest and open. This was that 4 rough parcel that I got from Lee Burrington, Rare Opals. This is what we got from it. This one right here, you could say this one was my fault. If I had cut it down to that bright color bar from this side, I probably would have got a really nice bright stone with that razor thin color bar. Probably would have. And it's still, I can probably cut that into a set of earrings in some way. The other piece ended up cutting, where's the other piece? Did we get anything out of the other? I don't remember if we got anything out of the other piece, but this one right here was the first one we cut. This one, if I take it back to the stone, it's probably going to have to be cut back because we really don't have any color in that corner right there. Yeah, there's a little bit. It's kind of got a dead spot. It looks better on camera, ironically. Anyway, we got a stone right there, and we did get all the sand out of that piece. If I cut a little bit more off of this side right here, we actually would probably have a nice square that's got good color. So, but keep in mind, this was a 22 karat piece that we was trying to get a nice big crystal out of. This one we never did get out of that sand spot. Again, it could be cut. I could cut that off, get a nice round or small oval, about a carat, that would be bright, good color. And then we got this piece right here, the big green flash. I would have to say that overall, I mean, I don't think 300, let's see, 150, 350. I paid $350 for this package of 4 rough stones. I'm going to say this was not a bust, but it definitely wasn't. It did not cut what I thought it would cut when I first saw it. You can blame that on me. You can blame it. In some cases, there's just the sand shot this one up. This one had the big crack in it that lost some of it, and then I don't even remember now what happened to the 4th piece, but I don't remember it cutting anything. But anyway, that's where that parcel came from. Maybe let's see real quick if this stone will fit in the ring to have something good to end the video with. Okay, I didn't particularly like this one right here in there. Let me show you why. It's got a little bit thicker cut. I could take the base down a little bit more. I have 2 of these rings, and I may come back and kind of tweak that stone so that it fits in that setting. But I happen to have this one laying here, and that one right there is just a perfect fit for it. Drops right in there like it belongs there, so maybe we have a new home for that stone. I think so. I think that one right there is at least going to go in that one, and I'll do some tweaking on the other stone to fit it in the other one of these that I ordered. These are sterling silver semi-mounts. There we go. Now I had forgotten that I cut this one as a two-sided stone, and I was about to set it on this was the initial, it's got a little bit higher dome. It was my initial face, and then when I cut it two-sided, I decided that the back side was actually the better color. Tell me if you agree with me, but it's brighter, better saturation, so we're actually going to flip that, have that side up. Glad I caught that before I set it, but I just was actually looking at it from the bottom, like this, and I thought, well, dang, the color down in there is better than the color on the top. So I flipped it and went, oh yeah, that's right, this one was two-sided. There we go. Alright, just so we have something good at the end of the video, there's this ring set. I think it's a size 7 or 7.5. I think that was about a 8-carat piece of Cooper PD from the Blacklighters. It is double-sided, but as I said in another video, I don't know the purpose of a double-sided stone if it's going to be set in a ring. But that one is set and ready to be given away. See, some of them work out. Okay, so I did a thing. I took this one back. I cut probably half a carat off the bottom to make it so it wasn't quite as thick as it was. It's now 3.9, just under 4 carats. That probably means this one wasn't as heavy as I thought it was, but I still bet that one's 6 carats. You can check the video I cut it in. I don't remember. But both of those set in the 2 ring settings that showed up today. Those are rings that I will be giving away for Christmas presents. And that one right there is, I think, one of the best rings I've set. There's nothing not to like about the color in that ring. It's got flagstone and floral and big broad flashes of color, and it's got everything red in there if you want to look for it. Red and green and blue. Makes this one look not as bright, but so there they are, all the way from start to finish. Piece of opal that you take in the rough, goes from the mine to right there. That'll go on somebody's finger. And I hope, if you haven't already, you'll subscribe to the channel. Keep watching me cut opal. Learn as I learn. Maybe occasionally learn from me, even if it's just learning from my mistakes, because I definitely make them. But those two are worth it.